What is happening, guys, and welcome back to Redbeard's Garage. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at the Swag Off-Road finger brake kit for the Harbor Freight 20-ton shop press. Now, you can get this kit already pre-assembled, so you basically pull it right out of the packaging and put it right on your press and you're ready to bend some steel. But we went with the DIY builder's kit. This will save you a little bit of money because they're not assembling and welding it. So if you have a hammer, a square, and a welder, you can put this kit together and save a little bit of money. Make sure to check out the video description where you can find links to everything used on today's video. Those do help us to continue to make these videos and show you guys new awesome tools, how to put them together. So let's jump right into it, get this thing assembled, and bend some steel. First, we need to hammer or press the guide rods halfway through the bottom plate. Once pressed into place, make sure both rods are square to the bottom plate. Tack the rods from the bottom side of the plate and recheck square. We can now plug weld both rods on the bottom side of the plate and grind the weld smooth. Grind the bevel onto the clamping ears and weld on both sides of the bottom plate. Next, we can install two dies into the brake to help align our guide tubes. Make sure they're centered on the beam clamp and tack into place. Make sure to avoid tacking onto the threaded side of the beam clamp. Double check that the top die assembly will freely slide on the vertical guide tubes and adjust if necessary. Make sure to protect the machine area where the finger dies slide from spatter while welding. Depending on weld thickness, it may be necessary to bevel the edge of the threaded beam clamp. Two carriage bolts will slide in from the inside of the bottom plate. The heads will not be accessible once the bottom die is welded into position, so we need to tack them into place. Square up and center the bottom die to the press brake frame. It may be necessary to grind the bottom edge of the angle iron so it sets flush. Use the top die to help center the bottom die and tack all four corners of the die to reduce warping. Next, fully weld the bottom die while alternating sides, welding only a few inches at a time. Clean the factory coating from the shaft collar and center it on the top die assembly and weld into place. Make sure not to weld the collar onto the threaded side of the beam. Doing so will not allow you to remove the fingers. Bolt on the backstop with the 5/16 bolts that we tacked into place earlier. This will help align parts into the brake. Slide the included springs onto the guide rods, followed by the finger brake. First, we're going to try a piece of 1/8 inch flat stock. As you can see, it bends this with absolutely no problems. Next, we're going to try a piece of 1/4 inch thick scrap in the brake, and you can see it handles it as easy as it did the 1/8 inch thick piece.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. This tool is amazing. We love it. We've been using one actually that we've been borrowing from a friend for a while. Swag Off-Road's been making tools to make Harbor Freight tools work like they should for a long time, and they're a great company to work with. So if you have any questions or want to order anything, make sure to use those links in the video description and let them know Redbeard sent you. Back in the day, we used to basically put a 1/4 inch piece of flat stock in a vise, have to cut it halfway through and then bend it over with a hammer, then re-weld the cut. It was time consuming, making battery boxes, gas tank mounts, and now we can just walk over to the Swag Off-Road kit, bend up the steel in a matter of seconds, and we got our brackets made. So it's basically going to save us shop time and make our builds that much more higher quality. So thank you so much for watching. Check out those links. We love you guys, and God bless.